Welcome back, Rankers. Recording a bit late today, sorry we're a bit late out, but we had the Beers, Blokes and Business launch last night. That's the podcast that we talked about last week. And just as a follow-up from last week, and we were ranking, I think we were about number 5 or 8 or something like that when we came in to when we first posted that blog post. So we've got 4, 5, and then the YouTube video down here at number 8. So that's not bad for a couple of blog posts. Anyway, I want to talk to you today about all the changes that we've seen in Google in recent times. We've talked about the Hummingbird update. I said, don't worry about it. Look, basically, if you're providing good content and you're answering people's questions and you're helping people, it's going to be good for you, because what it's about is people using mobile devices to ask questions of the search engine rather than sitting here and typing in Beers, Blokes and Business. People might be going into their Siri or whatever the equivalent is on Android and saying, where is that Beers, Blokes and Business podcast? Okay, so if you're telling people the answers to stuff, you'll be right. The other big change that happened over the weekend was Penguin 2.1. Now, this is another backlinking algorithm update, and we have seen some changes to some big sites. And the main one that I have seen, and I don't know whether this has occurred because of Penguin, but remember the old credit card search? Well, we've seen that changed significantly. That line up right there, that time we'll see credit card find, it was always number 1. Now, I don't know whether they've dropped because of Penguin or whether they've dropped for another reason, but that certainly is very different to what it used to be. And I was also talking last night and yesterday to a guy who rang up and about SEO, and I'll start with the guy that rang up about SEO first. He said he just wanted someone to sit in his office. He wanted to hire someone to do his SEO, just clean all the stuff up. They're doing great content. They're doing heaps of content, and it's true. They're great content, lots of blog posts, but he's having trouble ranking. And he just wants someone to come in and fix up his meta tags. I said, you're not going to find that person. That person doesn't exist. I said, if those people exist, we're hiring them. So if you're one of those people and you're looking for a job, call us. But it's very, very difficult to find people that are up to date to come and work in your business to do SEO unless they're on top of things. So we've got 15 people out there that are constantly looking and reading and researching and evaluating other people's sites and so many different sites. And he said to me, I don't care what it takes. He said, even if it's just I don't care about black ad. If we need to go and buy backlinks, just go and buy backlinks. Anyway, so within 5 minutes of having him on the phone, I'd worked out that not only was his site off the air, which was pretty easy to work out, but that the configuration of his site was terrible. The Googlebot was crawling things it shouldn't have been crawling. And more, even this is the biggie. I said, you've only got 36 backlinks. And he said, no, we've got way more than that. I said, .com.au. He said, no, .com. We've got both. I went, okay. So I went and checked his .com, and his .com had 3,000 backlinks. However, unfortunately for him, his .com was blocked by robots.txt, so Google was ignoring that altogether. So all the backlinks he was getting from that counted for nothing. And his .com.au was the only one that was visible to the search engines. So you could look at things and say, what we need is backlinks, but it's not really the case anymore. And, obviously a case in point, but I want to show you a couple of others that I've been looking at this week. Someone else rang up from Perth, a limo driver, and he said, what's your backlink strategy? I need backlinks. How are you going to get me backlinks? I said, what makes you think you need backlinks? He said, well, everybody else in my category has thousands of backlinks. I said, really? He said, yeah. I said, okay, let's just take a look. Let's go limo hire Perth. And we looked at these results here, and I forget what the page ranks of these are, but it's something like, this might be a 1, I think this is a 3, and this might be a 0. So I took the 0, limo hire Perth. I said, okay, well, let's have a look at the backlinks of limo hire Perth. And it's got 5 from 4 different domains, and it's number 3 for limo hire Perth. Now, I don't know if you ever tried to rank for limo hire, but it's not easy. It's a very competitive phrase. So then you think, well, gee, maybe they're doing some fantastic content and lots of content, because that's what Google tells us, right? It's like, do lots of great content. That's all you have to do, is case in point. No backlinks hardly. And so we go, okay, let's have a look. Oh, 3 pages. Weird, huh? So Google is going through some changes still. Now, the reason I think this site is here in particular is because of exact match domain. Now, remember, exact match domain is an update that Google rolls out over its data set on a regular basis. So I think, and I've seen more than one of this sort of type of exact match domain. They're all over the place. I think we're going to see another exact match domain update come soon. But if we take this a step further, we go Limo Hire Melbourne, and let's just take the number 1 result. Let's see how many backlinks they've got. And they've got 46 backlinks off 15 different sites. So essentially only 15 backlinks. So then if we go and have a look at, they've got 71 pages in the results. Let's have a look at, say, number 2 result. $996 backlinks off 189 domains, right? That's number 2. So why worry about backlinks? Don't worry about backlinks. Can you gain the algorithm by getting some good backlinks? Yeah, probably still. I've seen it. See it all the time in certain categories. This is the thing though. What are you going to do? Are you going to focus on getting backlinks and get hooked on getting backlinks until the point when Google comes along and says, they're dodgy backlinks. They're unnatural backlinks. Bang, slap. You're off. Now what do? Do you go out and try to get even trickier backlinks? Or do you have a content strategy in place with a clean site that is going to get people sharing your content? You're going to get backlinks naturally if you get involved in social media and those sorts of things. The main thing you've got to be doing now is making sure that the site is tidy in the index. And that's by using things like Google Webmaster Tools, by looking at what your competition's doing, by making sure that your site is on a great performing server, it's nice and quick and all those sorts of things. Because at the end of the day, you're just going to be trying to keep one step ahead of Google. And you don't have to do that. All you have to do is keep one step ahead of your competition. Work out what they're doing and do it better. And that's it for this week's show. Hope to see you next week. Thanks very much. Bye.